Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we getting on? Don't worry, I have not left YouTube. I am still here. I realise things have been a little quiet lately, but that's something I wanted to address with this video, and a couple of other things I wanted to talk about as well. So I'm going to jump right in, hopefully not take up too much time with this. So yes, first and foremost, I want to apologise for the lack of videos in the last couple of weeks. I realise things have been a little quiet, and my work life has changed somewhat recently in my day job, and unfortunately that has had a knock-on effect on the rest of my life, and I'm not too happy about it, as you can probably imagine. It's something I am working on overcoming, but it's proving challenging at the moment to arrange that. So that, as you can probably imagine, has taken quite a jump in terms of my stress levels lately, which has had a knock-on effect on my creativity, hence the lack of videos. So, again, my profuse apologies for that, but I am going to put my best foot forward and crack on. So we shall be resuming normal transmission fairly soon. So the first thing I had originally wanted this video, when I first planned it to be about, was that those of you who were here last summer will remember that I was at the time putting out 3 videos a week. And it was my general goal was sort of to achieve that. But putting out these videos obviously takes quite a lot of time. In short, it's sort of between 10 and 15 hours of video, depending on what I'm doing, what happens, how it goes, so on and so forth. So it's sort of, when you're doing 3 of them, comes out reasonably in the region of having another full-time job, in terms of the hours it takes up. But doing both of those things, obviously, was hitting me in my sleep pattern and various other things, was basically not doing me very much good. So I ended up cutting it down to 2, which I am not particularly happy with. So my goal for this year has been to find, well, one of them anyway, has been to find a way of getting it back up to 3, at least in the short term. So as you may have noticed recently, I've done a few live streams, as this offers me an option to produce extra content at a lot less time investment as well. There's a bit of setup, plus obviously the time to do the stream, and that's much more manageable than trying to do a whole extra video. So the goal will be to do a video, a stream, and a build every week. As to exactly when I'm going to start that, well, that'll depend on how long it takes me to get the other stuff sorted out. But it's something I'm working towards, so that's in the pipeline. The other bonus behind streaming as well is that given the time that YouTube takes up, I have significantly less time to play games than I used to, believe it or not. So I'm now building up quite a backlog of games that I've picked up either on Steam or whatever that I haven't had the time to play because of everything else I'm doing. So streaming will hopefully give me the option to make a dent in at least some of those and get some of those played and put them on the channel as well. And of course it'll give you guys the opportunity to hang out, have a bit of a chat with me, watch a bit more content, hopefully have some fun as well. So as exactly what days that'll be, we'll see. I don't quite know yet. Once I get that nailed down, obviously I'll let you know. If you haven't already, the little notification bell next to the subscribe button, that should allow YouTube to automatically let you know every time I upload, so that way you don't miss anything. So, the other big thing I wanted to talk about is a subject that I'm a little nervous, uncomfortable with talking about, I guess. And that is that there are a few new options for you guys to support the channel if you'd like to do so. I'd like to stress first and foremost, they're entirely optional. It will make very little difference, at least in the surface of things, to how the channel operates and how much content you get. You certainly won't be limited in any way on that. But if you are interested, hopefully we'll be building a few more perks into for those of you who do want to support the channel in that way. So for those of you who use Twitch, you'll be familiar with how that platform works. In short, they have 2 major ways that Twitch streamers support themselves. And that's the first one, obviously, they call it subscriptions. For YouTube, it's the donation system, which is available on YouTube Gaming rather than on the main platform. But you'll find a link just below the video that will take you to my YouTube gaming page. It's just something that runs in parallel automatically with the main channel. And on there you'll find a sponsor button, that should be sort of where the subscribe button usually is, sort of top right corner. And that gives you the option to do a recurring monthly contribution to the channel that will obviously help me produce more content, put more time into the channel, that sort of thing. As I say, entirely optional. If you don't want to, don't, in short. It won't affect the content I'm putting out. Obviously, the long-term goal would be to go full-time. I'd be crazy not to want to do that, especially given how much fun and how much I enjoy my YouTube channel and working on it and interacting with you guys. So this is hopefully a step in that direction. So the other thing Twitch streamers do that is also available through YouTube as well, or not so much through YouTube, but I can attach to my YouTube, is that they do standalone single donations. So that's any amount you like. It's a one-off thing that goes direct to me. YouTube don't get a cut of that. And that would, of course, be very, very much appreciated if it's something you happen to want to do, particularly if, say, a monthly contribution wasn't something that appealed to you. I could completely understand. The third option, for those of you who have looked at my About page recently on the channel, you'll see that I've updated all my gear on there. All the equipment I'm using to produce the videos, play games on, that sort of thing. So if that's something you're interested in, you'll find links next to each item that will take you to the Amazon page for it. And should you make a purchase while you're there, I'll get a small kickback, which is great, and that won't affect you guys in any way whatsoever if you go through that link. So again, if that's something you're interested in, go for it. And yeah, as I say, I do want to stress once again that it's entirely optional, and would of course be hugely appreciated and beyond my ability to express, to be honest, if that's something that does interest you. Regarding the sponsorship side, I should have said earlier, for the moment, the perks you get if you do want to do that is that you get a custom badge that will appear beside certainly your stream comments, and I believe comments on the videos, but I'm not 100% on that yet. I need to check it. Which I will show you somewhere around about now, if I haven't already. And you'll also get access to custom emojis to use in chat. And so far I've got 3 of those. I've got 4 slots available. I'm not quite sure what to put in the 4th one yet. So I'm open to suggestions on that. And obviously the number of those available to me, or the number of slots for them available to me, will go up over time as and when more people are interested in sponsoring. I'm also thinking about ways of trying to build additional perks in as well. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet, how that's going to work. I'm open to suggestions. There will need to be reasonably practical suggestions, and time management wise is the big thing. Obviously, as I've already said, this takes up a lot of time, so something that's big on time management will be more of a challenge for me to implement. So it's just food for thought. But as I say, any suggestions, do drop me a comment. Anything else you want to add, please do drop me a comment. I'm always looking forward to hearing from you. For now, I think that covers everything I wanted to cover. And so I will say thank you very much for watching and listening. I do very much appreciate it. And I will be speaking to you all very, very soon. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.